that one feel? Obviously eventful, lots of chances, and comes down to overtime.
Yeah, lots of chances, I think obviously it's still really rusty, like finishing the last pass and stuff like that, but I think pretty good compete level, Obviously they didn't have a lot of their NHL guys in the lineup, but they were a hard-working group, They didn't give us a lot of room, and overall pretty good, not a bad game.
It's just one preseason game, but it looks like you wanted to be, as a team, wanted to be creative. There were a lot of, quick passes, lots of trying stuff.
Yep. Yeah, I think so. I think we have a lot of skill in the group, and we want to try to make plays when they're there. Obviously, not try to force it too much. We don't want to give turnovers and try to limit those, but try to be creative when we hit the ozone.
In the preseason, you can sometimes see these games go 6-5, defense optional. You guys have been in 2 really tight ones to start. Does that kind of help with laying that foundation of the habits you need for a long playoff run?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's important because we have a tough start to have Winnipeg and Colorado on the road, so I think we gotta dial in right away the defensive side. We know everybody in the room can play offense, but together we gotta defend well, and I think coaching staff is on us about that. We wanna limit the mistakes and defend with responsibility, even though it's preseason.
You didn't get to see a lot of Robertson last year in the playoffs because of his injury and everything. What do you see from him? He seems like a unique type player in that he will just do a lot of different things than other players.
Yeah, he's obviously very smart with the puck. He can make plays. Nice passes like he did today, probably 10 of them. So he was making plays, and obviously we know he can score as well. So just a really valuable player for us and really good player.
You looking forward to a season where you have one set of teammates and one place to live?
Yeah, that's the ideal situation, right? So I'm looking forward to it.
For a preseason game, did it feel like a preseason game to you, or did it still feel a little bit like you were picking up where you left off in the playoffs?
Well, I think it's still preseason game. I think there was actually some chippiness maybe because their lineup was younger. They're trying to prove themselves, and they going against. We had a lot of NHL guys, so they trying to prove themselves that they can play against us, and they did. I think they played a good game, and so maybe there was a little bit more physical game than maybe if you have 2 NHL groups going against each other.
Thank you. Just describe the play a little bit. That's just Miro.
The last play?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's Miro. I was yelling at him, keep it, because I don't know who was more straight-legged, me or him going up the ice, so great pass.
You had a lot of opportunities in that game. Does that help get you ready for something like that?
For the last play?
Yeah, for the last play. Did you feel like you were due?
I don't know. I don't know.
It's preseason.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of good, some bad. Eventful for sure. Yeah, I mean, early on preseason especially, you want to just create, get some opportunities, learn the systems and details of the game that the coaches want us to play. So, work in progress.
These off-season turnarounds seem shorter and shorter as years go by.
I was joking with someone. I think I was out longer last year than maybe what the off-season was. So I do the math on it, but yeah, I mean, it's great too. There's a balance. I don't want to say it's like hard to find motivation early. You're just kind of going from eventful games. Even talking to Dutch before the game, it's hard not to be intense before the game because you just feel like you're right back into it. You're right back into a big game, and you remind yourself that hey, early details here. This is a preseason game, so finding that balance, keep growing as a group, and get better.
How does it feel in this game compared to your first preseason game last year?
Fantastic. Night and day, for sure. I was keeping up with Miro at the end, you can see.
First time that these power play units, for the most part, were kind of out there. A few missing pieces.
Give me that. I'll answer it. Come on, I'm going to answer that, Bruce. Come on.
That's what they do now, right? You saw Landstock did that?
Yeah.
What do you think of just the power play, getting a chance? Does it feel any different versus so many coaches?
For sure. We always talk about, you practice lots of things in the off season. You don't practice power play, right? Like yesterday was day 1 of a power play movement, so you play a little road hockey early on for sure. with Graham and Gully have been great so far of us understanding what they want, and also at times letting the skill take over. There's a lot of talented guys and playing hockey.
We see it with fans and everything. People think they can coach a power play. Does it feel more pressure when you guys aren't succeeding on the power play? I mean, there were times last year where it did seem to get a little bit tight, but then there are also times when it's going pretty well.
I don't know. Pressure here over the last few years. I mean, that's just kind of a Tuesday,
Yeah.
right? It's a privilege at all times. Whether it's your line, whether it's a power play, whether it's a team. So take it in stride. Always have a good attitude, and if things aren't working out, work on the details and habits.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, guys.
You guys seem to be trying a lot of different things. Is that just part of the preseason creativity?
Well, I think it's both. It's our first preseason game in general. Guys are coming back from 3 months off, so it's a little different than scrimmaging against each other. And it's preseason. Try new things. Obviously, new systems. So I want to try to implement that. But guys were making plays.
Did you like what you saw? I think they had, Tyler had 7 shots on goal, Mikko had 6, and you had 4 or 5.
Yeah, I mean, I think we were pressing, making plays, not being reckless with the puck, and it's good. It felt good, but just want to keep building. It's the first game. I'm sure it's maybe the first game for the guys on their team too. So yeah.
There was a lot of space out there at times, it seemed like, for a lot of different passing and playmaking. But Mikko also mentioned it got a little chippier as it went on. Did that kind of help to make it feel a little bit more like a regular season game?
Yeah, well, you definitely see Mikko going at it. I didn't get after anyone. But it's good. We're ramping it up. No one gets hurt. No foul, no problem. So it's good. Everyone wants to ramp it up, we have a couple more opportunities to do that.
After your goal, what was the laughter looking at the iPad? Was it how many whacks you got at the puck, or was this?
Yeah, not really. I had breakaway, backdoor pass, just a lot of chances, and still should have gone. I should have scored those, so that's why I was laughing. Upset.
Power play, a little bit of ups and downs with this. We have a whole new group kind of running it. How do you guys look at it inside the room?
Yeah, I think it's something building. Obviously, I think they're, Grammer and Gully are really promoting playing hockey out there and thinking. Obviously, I think we can, stay within a little more structure. But it's first game back. We're coming back from, summer skates. It's our first real reps. We haven't really had a lot of practice, but it's first game. Just keep building up. We don't want to peak in preseason.
You're a good NHL scout. What kind of talent do you think you guys have? You could have a unit that's run by Harley and Heiskanen and you guys. It just seems like there is a lot there to put together in a power play.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of talent in this room. You look down our roster. Anyone can play anywhere. So, we'll try to see what works, but it's going to be a long season. It's 82 games. There's going to be a lot of changes. A lot of things are going to switch up, but we'll find something. At the end of the day, not all power plays stay the same throughout the year. Things switch up, make adjustments, and we'll get to it. Over the next couple weeks.
How good did it feel to come into camp healthy this year?
Yeah, that was I think not just coming to camp. Just have a off season healthy. I think that was the biggest thing, and not starting behind the 8 ball. And it's amazing what it could do. I've never had something like that before. Certainly, I don't want to try to have that again. But it's hockey. It's life. It's hockey, and all I'm doing is looking forward to getting the regular season and finishing the games out.
It's still early in the new system, but do you see how maybe you could benefit more from the way that Glen Gulutzan wants to play offensively?
Well, new coaches bring new things. Obviously some of the things he's promoting is holding on the puck more instead of kind of throwing it away in the neutral zone or in the defensive zone. Try to have a little more poise. But I think that's just playing hockey. And obviously there's going to be some highs and lows in it. There's going to be some bumps, but we have the talent in this room to make up for mistakes. We definitely have the goalie in net to make up for mistakes, both goalies, and I think a lot of guys are excited that there's a spark, and I'm too.
Cool.
Thank you. A hint of what you guys can look like with your skilled players on the ice. It seems like you made a lot of plays. Didn't finish them all, but made a lot of plays.
Yeah, I was pre-thinking this too. We didn't finish a lot, but that's why you play these exhibition games to get dialed in a little bit. And I think it's good for our players to play them because a lot of chatter on that bench was, hey, we just got to start finishing, and that just plants a seed for them moving forward that they want to polish up a little bit. So you get that out of a game like this. And let's be honest, they didn't have a big lineup in there, and their young guys did a good job of playing hard. But I thought our guys for the second game, they competed, and you could see some will there. So it was good. It was good. I liked it.
With a little bit more of a veteran lineup, do you feel like you have a little better sense of how they're adapting to some of the new changes in the system?
Yeah, and that was what I told them. Competitors compete at the start of the game, and I kind of mentioned that. And then let's see if we've got the concepts down. And fortunately, some of the defensive stuff we didn't get a lot of work there. But one of the big things I've been on is this line rush against, and there was a few in the first there. Then we're going to keep trying to chip those things out of our game.
In the preseason, you can see games get wildly out of hand, 6-5, crazy scores. You guys have been in 2 really close ones, though. Does that kind of help when you're trying to establish those habits going into the season?
Yeah, most of you guys have been at camp, so our emphasis early on has been our defensive side of the play, right? So this next few days we are going to kind of clean up today and then kind of move into some more offensive concepts, but we certainly started on the defensive side of things, right? So I was happy with the shots. I was happy against the chances we've given up, and it just takes pressure off you. And at the end of the day, when you get to the end, it's tight, and you need to play tight, so there's not pressure on your offensive guys all the time to have to produce. So in situations where they're chasing games, it's way better to be ahead. So keeping it close for us is going to be an advantage with the players we have.
You obviously did a good job against Mikko and their top players when you were on the other side last spring. What's it like now in the third period when you see that line and those guys get going and see what the potential is?
Yeah, it's nice to see, and it was hard, going back. If you're looking at, we in the series last year, we knew how good this team was, and I get to see it firsthand now. But it's important that we strike the balance between being good defending and creating. And like I said, now we're going to emphasize a little bit on the creating part of it.
What did you see from Nils Lundqvist tonight?
I thought he looked good. I thought he moved the puck well, and the first night you can see the compete in him that he played, and tonight I really liked the way he moved the puck and was in on the offense. And for a young guy you just keep getting more confident every time you play, and you had a heck of a partner tonight, and you look good.
I was talking to Jake this morning just about how to pace a season, and is it nice to have a guy I think he's 26 and has that much experience that he knows, how to build on what he's built in his career. Like he was talking about, today and then through preseason, and just how does he get to the playoffs in a good place? Yeah,
we're really going to have to manage in our season, just with the break, with the big break, with the Olympic break. This year is really going to be about managing energy and making sure these guys, not only they're going to be pushing for spots in that tournament, so in the Olympics, and it's going to be up to us to kind of manage the energy and the workload for all of them. Yeah. And that's where we've got science people. It's not like it was before, but we're going to be looking at all that closely as you play these games so condensed.
Saw Krasnianis was able to get back out there in the third period. What's his prognosis going forward?
Well, wouldn't it have been nice for a guy who sat out a period and a half to come in? He had a great chance there and score. It would have been great, right? It's a good thing they have some bikes back there, because he said I wasn't sure how he was going to be, and then he waited forever. If you look to get out there just with the power play, so I thought he did a really good job. But that's what adrenaline can do, and playing in front of your bunch of family and in your hometown.
What were your first impressions of the power play with most of your top guys out there?
Yeah, my first impression was, boy, they can snap it around. They can snap it around. So, you know, we were missing a couple pieces. We practiced power play today, but those aren't the units in their complete sets. So, but you can see the beginning of it. I think we're going to be in a good spot there. 2 units, guys that can really move it around. 2D at the back that can really create. So when you have that, you're gonna and a good scheme, you're gonna be fine.
Thanks, Dylan.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
First group's on.